You're starting a small business and everything is running smoothly. But then you come to the realization that you need a business address. And you think to yourself, well, I can just use my home address. And then you think, well, I don't want people knowing my exact location and I want my privacy. So then you maybe think it's acceptable to get a P.O. box, but that's not going to work for certain things. So what is acceptable and what are your options? I'm laying it all out for you in this video. Hi and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Paige. I am the owner and lead attorney behind The Legal Page. I help small businesses get legally legit in no time without breaking into hives. If easy and simple legal tips are just what you need, please subscribe to my channel. Having a business address is a way for people to communicate with you. Not to mention that it gets published when you register your business with your state. It's also going to be public knowledge when you register through Google Business Profile. But when it comes to deciding what business address to use, that can seem like a real challenge. Let's first start by what you're actually going to be receiving at this mailing address. You may receive business financial documents to this business address, such as bank statements, invoices, tax documents, etc. You will also probably receive legal notices and formal business documents from your state or your bank. And usually these are going to be in the form of like annual dues reminders coming straight from your state government. So now that you know what will be coming to this business address, I'm going to break down for you the different types of addresses that you could use for your business mailing address. The first one is your home location if you are virtually working from a home base. This is usually the easiest solution for business owners and kind of the default option. You just use your home address as your business mailing address. But the main thing to keep in mind here is that this becomes public knowledge and anyone can research what your business address is, which would mean they would know where you live when you register your business entity with your state. Having your home address listed as your business mailing address may not bother some of you, and that's okay. Then I would just say use this option. But it's probably going to bother a lot of you for privacy purposes. So with that, we need to have a couple different options for you to use as your business mailing address. So the second option that I suggest is to retain a registered agent for your business. A registered agent is just someone that you hire to be listed as your physical address for your business. This is perfect for us at-home small business owners because it allows us to maintain our privacy. Registered agents can be found within your home vicinity. I would suggest within your region or your county. Lawyers are good options, CPAs are good options, and then there's just people who are actually registered agencies. So they actually run a registered agent business. And with that, when you register your business, you will list them as your registered agent and their physical address as your business mailing address. Registered agencies usually cost anywhere from about $100 to $300 per year, but these are fully tax deductible as expenses because it's a professional service. And registered agents have fiduciary duties to you. Thus, you can have peace of mind knowing that your legal documents are going to be delivered somewhere where your registered agent is required to inform you about the documents that they have received. So I'm curious and would like to know what you think. Are you a little terrified of someone knowing your actual physical home address, or are you okay with that being public knowledge? Let me know in the comments below. So the third option is a physical address for your business. This would mean that you would need to get a commercial office space, which a lot of us for online small business owners don't really want to do because it's expensive. I totally get that. So it's okay to use your home address first, and then you could always change it to your physical location down the road if you do ever get a commercial space. But if you're still worried about the privacy issue, I would suggest you just start with a registered agent and you stay with a registered agent as your physical business mailing address. Oh, and I forgot to mention here, there are now co-working spaces across the nation, which are a really good option for you to cut costs for a commercial space, but usually those co-working spaces allow you to use their physical address as your mailing address because you can get mailboxes within that co-working space. So that's a really good option if you don't want to go the registered agent route. The fourth option for a business mailing address is a P.O. box or a UPS box or something similar like that from a mailing agency. Now, P.O. boxes seem really easy, right? They're $100 or so to sign up for, but the main thing that you actually can't use a P.O. box for is registering your business with your state. And oftentimes, email marketing programs won't even allow you to use a P.O. box because they want an actual physical mailing address and not just a P.O. box or UPS box. However, many businesses still have P.O. boxes to separate their personal mail from their business mail. And we here at the Legal Page have a P.O. box. We love having a P.O. box because all of our actual documentation that is going to be snail mailed to us is going directly to our P.O. box. And me and my team can go pick it up at the post office. Also, you can list a P.O. box on business cards, on emails. You can list a P.O. box basically anywhere if you want someone to send you something. If you're collaborating with other business owners as well, a P.O. box is a great option so that people don't actually know your physical home address for privacy purposes. But the good news now is that some post offices and mailing locations, such as UPS, actually allow for street addressing. So what that means is that the physical location of the USPS location or the UPS store is going to be listed as the physical mailing address. So you don't actually just have a box. And then you have a number next to it, which would be your UPS or your USPS box. So for example, you could have 131 South Center Street, which would be your actual physical mailing address. And then it would say like number 9991 if that's your P.O. box at that location. So here you just want to check with your mailing location and see if street addressing is actually a possibility, and they will let you know if you can do so. This is a great option, very similar to a registered agent where there's a different physical address that you can put down for legal purposes that are actually necessary when you register your business. You have to have a physical location. But the good news here is that you don't have to actually acquire a registered agent. The cons to that is that you don't have a registered agent that's informing you that all of these documents were actually mailed to you. So you do have to do your due diligence and check on the mail in those boxes that you have purchased yourself. If you're loving how I break down this content, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I really have a heart for making legal tips simple, easy, and actionable for you. So if you're liking all of this content, it's a good idea to subscribe to my channel so that you have it on tap all the time. Okay, now I want to give you an example here of what would happen when someone who is a new business owner gets confused on what business address to use. So, say Jane is just starting a business and she's going to register her LLC with her state. When she gets into her articles of organization or certificate of formation document that she'll be filing online through her state government, she realizes that it's asking for a registered agent to be listed. So some states allow you to be your registered agent, which means you could use your home address. Some states don't allow you to be your own registered agent, so then you would need to get a registered agency. But some states will also just allow you to list the actual physical address to receive mail at. So in that case, you could also just use a P.O. box. So for all intensive purposes, you've got all of those options available to you. I always suggest just trying to avoid listing your home address if at all possible, just for privacy purposes down the line. It just really gives you that peace of mind that you can sleep better at night knowing that your personal address isn't out there for the world to know for business purposes, especially if you keep a lot of gear and equipment in your house. It's really good to keep that information private on where that is actually located at. So a registered agent or a street addressing location from a mailing location like a USPS or a UPS store is a great option. Deciding on your actual business address is something that's going to take a lot of time and thought before you actually give it a go, and it's going to really depend on your individual needs and your privacy concerns. Trust me when I say here that you're going to save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of headaches if you do all of these steps the right way from the get-go so that later down the line you don't have a bunch of legal issues pop up or privacy concerns such as your mailing address. Now, before you get going and decide on the actual business address that you are going to use, I highly suggest that you start the right way at the beginning when getting your business set up. So here on the screen, you will see another video that we have created here at the legal page that will walk you through 7 easy steps to get your business set up legally from the beginning.